Thank you for staying with us on Consider This. Melisa and Sharaad here. We're speaking to Tan Sri Rashid Rahman, the ERC chairman, the Electoral Reform Committee chairman. Now, I want to focus on the changes to perhaps the character of the federation. I'm wondering whether Sabah and Sarawak as territories, because they are much less populated, could any change to the electoral system affect their representation in the federal parliament?
In fact, if the changes that we offer really did happen, then Sabah and Sarawak will have several advantages over what we have in Semenanjung. Semenanjung, about 70% of the electorates are in Semenanjung. Only 30% are in Sabah and Sarawak. And each Sabah and Sarawak, each of them is a unit by itself.
Sure.
So there are 3 units here. When we talk about restructuring the electoral body itself, especially the body that is going to do the delimitation of constituencies, then Sabah will be considered a special unit by itself, Sarawak a special unit by itself. So when you talk about system, the proportional system, Sabah will be competing, the Sabahan will be competing among themselves. Otherwise, they will have that disadvantages of not having national parties, contesting.
Yep.
So you can bring them to national level.
Sure.
So it's only at state level that they are competing. For example, Sarawak has got I think about 33 seats and Sabah about 25 seats. So the Sabahan and Sarawakian, they are competing among themselves for those seats, and the Semenanjung seats are going to be competed by the parties in Semenanjung.
Right. So the proportion of seats for Sabah and Sarawak in the National Assembly it's fixed. It's a stable one, is
Correct.
it? Okay.
Correct. So also is Semenanjung. Semenanjung has got about 65 seats, but of course broken into several states.
Right. So the idea is that in this way, the character of the federation, the feeling that Sabah and Sarawak still have an equal share, or their share is not diminished, is part of the design of the new system.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, what other issues are there for you? I mean, what are the harder questions or conversations for you and your committee you've had with your stakeholders, especially the political parties?
Well, we want to bring the confidence of public closer to what we are trying to achieve. We want the public to be comfortable with the electoral management that is going to be formed once our reform is being done. So we would like very much for the public to have that confidence. We want the public, like some of the countries that we visited, the public really own the commission.
Okay.
In terms of security and so on, they are part of that commission. So there's no such thing as having a big number of security personnel all over the country to take care of election.
Right. I mean, you mentioned the public as one of the 3 stakeholders, to ensure that these reforms happen. What is it that people can do, to kind of make sure that there is political will to see these reforms through?
Well, they have got to talk to their reps. They are going to debate this in Parliament. I'm sure it's not going to be that easy pushing through all this into Parliament, because as long as people talk about what they are going to gain,
sure,
then you are going to have problems. But this is for everybody to gain. in the whole country would gain by this. You know, we are going to create history as far as electoral democracy is concerned. I'm going to tell the whole nation just this, you know. The election is the pillar of democratic practice. You know, make sure that our election is run on a proper platform. If it is not so, then we find our democracy is not really that complete. You know?
And on that note, I want to thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your insights with us. That's all the time we have on Consider This. I'm Melisa Idris, with me Sharaad, Kuttan, signing off for tonight. Thank you for watching and good night.